Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is The Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. You want to see more? Hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2019. It's our Classics Writer, episode number 16. We head into our next race here. It's one I have not been to before this, and I might mess up the pronunciation here, but it's the Trofeo La Guiglia, and apparently I'm the favorite. I'm not so sure about that. Those climbs at the end, they might do damage, but they might not necessarily destroy the field. It might not come down to myself versus Mads Peterson versus Nathan Haas, Ben Swift, and Maurice. It very well still could be 15, 20 riders left. We'll see how punchy, especially that steeper climb, is here when we get out there and have a look over those final kilometers. But I'm not convinced that it's going to be a solo ride for the finish. Just slightly under 50k to go here in this one. We did just see a split behind us. 41 riders now in the peloton, and my entire team is here. And I thought long and hard about how to approach this one. You can see that it's a short, punchy climb. 4 times in a row, the exact same one. This Colla Macheri. Average gradient 9.2% over 1.7 kilometers. A maximum of 11.4% gradient. It's steep, but it's short, and it's fairly spread out. I mean, we have 44k, and we're about to hit the first one, so really it's a good 10k apart from one another, give or take. That's quite a bit of distance in between for me, especially to be going alone, especially if I wait till the last one to attack. Unless the field is completely shattered by that point and down to 1 or 2 riders, and they're riding in 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s instead of 41. Now, having the peloton at 41, this already really helps, considering that 6 of them are my teammates. That means I'm really only riding against 34 riders at this point, and there's not going to be too many teammates surrounding those guys. So I decided how I'm going to go for this one. Well, we're going to go sprint train style, because I know that I can ease my way over these climbs, and I don't need to burn myself early on. So Fellini and Katana, I know that they're the strongest. Just looking at the stamina resistance, Solano appears to be the next one. Pugal? No. Pugai. I'm trying to think. Italian? Pugai? Pugi? I don't know. Luigi, right? G. Pugi. There you go. Aha. Thank you, Mario and Luigi, for your incredible insight into that one. Now, Fellini is the only one who's down the order a bit. We're going to put Schoenberger here at an 83 starting out. Allow Fellini to try to get caught up here. And let's bring it back on down. So, just about everybody's in order now. Fellini nearly up there. Schoenberger, as we hit the climb, Schoenberger is going to just get that first little bit. Now the whole point to this is we're trying to damage the field, and yet at the moment anyway, that's not happening. There's just no pace with these guys. I knew these two weren't going to last long. Okay, Pugi. Oh, he's got much better pace. down to 38. Of course, one of the 3 dropped is Schoenberger. That we're down to 5. And you get that quick recovery on the descent. It's steep enough that it really brings it down. Now, Bonsciarni is out the back. And we're down to 30 riders now. So we cut out 11 that time. There's the breakaway. We've nearly caught them. Got 3 times left to go. I don't mind being alone for the final one, but I don't want to be too far gone prior to that. So this is doing the trick. I mean, we are definitely seeing the damage here in the field. And actually the group. Ooh, some of the riders just coming back at us, unfortunately. Okay, Pucci is done. Let's get Solano on the go. We're down to 4 now as we hit the climb. 28 riders. And we've caught the break. Moving on ahead. AG2R looking to make a move. At this point, it's kind of looking like an us and them scenario. Quintana, why? No, Quintana, recover, please. 26 riders in the peloton. 2 riders a little bit ahead there in AG2R, but I don't think they're going to try to pull off.
Watch out, a team leader is falling behind.
Okay, now Quintana is actually a little worse for wear than Solano at this point, so we're going to make Quintana go now.
Flat tire! It always happens at the wrong moment.
Quintana, try to grab onto the back. Hang on as long as you can, please. Back to Solano. Try to get us there, will you? Try to go fast enough to make sure that other riders don't come back at us. But at this point, I'm not ready to use Fellini yet. So, can you guys... Solano, hang on to the back, and Fellini. I should take position there. And then when we hit the base, he'll attack. There's the base. There's acceleration. Where am I though? There we go. Got through.
The riders are going through a very tough
Now, I don't want Fellini completely gone. Ooh, we're lapping people. Nice. Ghost lapping, apparently. Alright, Fellini, slow down a little bit. Because I need you over the flat. We're down to a group of 7. 6. Those 11 behind may catch us, but that is awesome. We still have 18K to go. So, Peterson is here.
15 kilometers to the finish line.
Imhoff. Geniez. And Maurice. Maurice not so good on the hills. Definitely not bad. Geniez. Peterson definitely is. Imhoff, yeah. Do I have any yellow bar? I have Geniez and Maurice. Oh, we've been caught by this group behind. Fellini, not enough pace, and we're just about to hit it. I'm going to save my gel for after the top. But here comes Fellini, going to give me a lead out. and I want him to push. And I'm going to come over the top and accelerate off of this and try to get a little separation.
Another attack. This time it could go all the way. There's now just 10 kilometers left.
There's the over the top. Okay, we want to recover a little bit on the descent. This is an awful long ways to go still though. 8 kilometers.
Watch out. A team leader is falling behind.
Easy, easy, easy. 24 seconds. 27 seconds is the maximum gap we've obtained. Now from here we've got to have this energy get us to the finish. 6.5K is a long ways to go. There's the gel kicking in now. It's up to 30 seconds. We've got that last little uphill section. Okay, we can go a little harder than this. 33 seconds. The gap's opening. 35. 4.5K. We're on the uphill section right now. 4K to go. We're lapping somebody else. 39 seconds. Here they come though. 30. Back off a little as we go over the top. Don't run out of energy. Don't run out of energy. 13 seconds. One rider giving chase. 8 seconds. 2K. I'm going to get caught. Who is it though? Let them come. It's Maurice. 1K to go. Oh, here comes the actual sprint. There's Peterson out of energy early. Oh, I saved the energy just enough. Got the win. Yes. That's Peterson. Went way too early. Completely hit the wall. 50 meters before the finish. Maurice didn't have enough left in him either. Dillier just trying to stay with Peterson, but Peterson went way too early. I did not give in to the temptation. I waited until I could actually sprint my way to the finish. And sprint I did. Nice acceleration on that one to claim the victory. With yellow bar down to essentially nothing there. I mean, it went away right as I crossed the line. I would have only made it another 10 meters or so. So that was timed nearly to perfection. Polini claims 11th, so a good finish for him as well. Quintana 26th, Solano 35th. But I did it. I knew that was going to be difficult. I mean, we had 8.8 kilometers to go after the descent. It's a long stretch. And what made it so much harder was that last little uphill section. It was enough to take away the last of my energy, or just about. Really gave those guys a chance to get back at me, but they didn't work together. They attacked in ones and twos, and that's why they weren't able to overcome me. Ultimately, if those 8 riders would have taken turns over those 9K, they would have caught me. If they would come together and then bunch sprint themselves to the line, I would have finished in probably 7th or 8th place, if not 9th.
And just in case you missed them, here are the race highlights.
There you go. I slip all the way to 4th place, but I wait patiently. Look at that. They're all done. Just burst of speed to get past those guys. Sad part is I was expected to win, so that was a hard-fought win because of the distance from the climbs to the finish. I was able to get out alone. I was able to go over the top alone easily. But how do you finish it from there? That was the challenge. And I felt like I did a fantastic job. And not very well rewarded. The boss is like, yeah, there's a little 2-clap golf clap for you. 15 points of progression. for our first win of the season. First win for the team. And they are so thrilled that they gave me a golf clap. And I get that you can't over-reward somebody who's going to win again and again. That gets to that point where you're now the dominant force and you're expected to win. Oh dang, Bink Bank and we get Vivelgem. We don't get into either of those races. It's unfortunate. Looks like we still have a week or more till our next race. 10 days. Omloop Nieuwsblad. Haven't seen whether we got in. We're not getting into Amstel Gold either. That's my objective for this part of the year. So we're not getting into any of these classics. That's so sad. We're about to roll into Ghent for the Omloop Het Nieuwsblad World Tour race. Excited for that. Cobbled race. Should be a good one. But some updates. We did get into La Flèche Wallonne. So that's going to be fantastic. We also were invited to Liège-Bastogne-Liège. However, I need to be level 13 to go, so I don't think I'll be able to go this season at just level 10. Especially when it's already March by this point. And that's late April. We will not be going to the Tour de Romandie, though. I don't think I was going to be heading to that one anyway. So we've gotten a couple invitations, but not very many. So we're getting the occasional World Tour race, but it's fairly scarce at this point. And through 2 months, I've barely got any points at this point. But we did at least get that first victory of the season, so that's a start. We also got our first look at a teammate, Solano, 70 overall, decent climber, but he is definitely not rated as a cobbles guy, so this will not be his day. He will not be giving us a whole lot of support in this one. First cobbled section, a third of the way in, one more just past the halfway point, but then it really starts to pick up from about 2/3 till the finish. And even though it's a World Tour, it's start to this one, and I'm up there in the favorites with Yves Lampaert. Not the strongest field for this one, so I've actually got a chance on the day, but it's going to depend largely on my race day condition. That resistance rating could do me in before we ever get to the end, especially if I don't have the team support. I don't know the strength of the riders around me. Solano, the only one that I don't know the ratings on. So let's go ahead, though, and skip forward to that 2/3 mark.
We're into the last third of the race. We'll soon know the final outcome.
68 kilometers to go, and we're already starting to see the destruction of the peloton. Quite a few off the back. Some of it was initiated by a crash, some of it was initiated by the last cobbled section. But here we go into a 2-star section now. And of course we're in the right position near the front. We have a huge breakaway group. 16 riders left in it. It was at 17. And the thing about that breakaway group was that it formed really late. There was actually only a breakaway group of 3 riders, and at about the halfway point we were starting to get pretty close to them, and then one after another riders just started going off, and it really did a number. So this feels like the area to go to do something, but it's way too far out. We have 60k to go, so I can't really do that. And I think ultimately I have to rely on attrition and see the group fall down. We're at 19 right now. Of course, many of them will get back, but you can definitely see the pain and suffering in the group. While for me, it's not harming me at all. Another little uphill section here. This group behind us will catch us, though. There's no pace in this group, so nobody is attacking. Bora is not trying to take advantage of the situation. Jumbo-Visma, Lotto Sudal, none of them are trying to capitalize on the shrinking of the group. So Fellini is now here, but that's only one rider. And really, the other guys, they're done. And we're 350 behind. Holy cow. This could be a mess. Fellini, step it up. I'm just going to follow him. Thank you. 56 in the peloton, and a massive gap to those 15, 16 riders. Not big names there, but definitely enough. And let's see, the gap's down to 3 minutes, but Fellini's not going to last long if I leave him like that. We are going to have to catch that front group, and we are seeing splits. There's really only 4 of us now chasing. This actually could be ideal, because if we can catch that front group, we might leave everybody else behind, and then I could easily manage them. Now I might take a turn here and let Fellini rest a little bit. Come on, he's not recovering. I was hoping he would.
The weather plays a vital role in any race, but when there's a cobbled section, its contribution can be vital. If it rains, a rider's
Short section.
is far more important than when it's dry.
Trying to put the pressure on. At the moment, Peloton's coming back up in size again.
The road are not a tire's best friend. Oh, the list of those left behind goes on rising. A rider is down, and he's not going to be able to carry on.
222.
Let's hope it doesn't jeopardize the
We've
rest
only
of the
pulled
season.
back 1 minute on those guys, and I'm going to be on my own. This little uphill coming up, though, is a really good chance for me to maybe get away and try to bridge that gap a little bit. Sorry, I'm having a little trouble speaking normally today. This is 40k to go. This is way, way far out, but we are going to lose this race if I don't catch that breakaway. And I cannot do it alone. And the other teams aren't going to help. Meaning those 15 riders are going to take the first 15 positions in the standings if I don't do something.
It's in such
So,
percentages that the strongest can create
try to
some gap.
use this as a little chance to break away. And you can see that's barely doing any damage to me. There we go. And we ease off. That was 40 seconds that I just opened up. Unfortunately, though, it's still 2 minutes in front. 2:17 in front as that group came back together. We've got a lot of 4-star sections, though, coming up. So hopefully, I can do enough through here, pace-wise, to gain on those groups in front of me. This time should come down.
Bikes are severely put to the test on
And there they are.
So special frames were developed. They offer more flexibility and are better at absorbing vibrations. This takes a lot of
Big gap
strength
behind.
from the
Vertgen's done, though.
Currently, there's another puncture. The riders really should pay more attention to their choice of tires.
3-star, 1.2k. Peloton behind. About 50 seconds back.
He's given
30k to go. There's not a lot of sections left. I think I'm going to have to ride with these guys for a little bit. Yves Lampart is here. Oh, this is good. Madsen is here. But they're not going to work.
another flat tire.
So I'm going to lose a bunch of time again, try to catch. Yeah, gap's opening back up. But it's too far. Ay, ay, ay. Here comes the Peloton.
The current pace is a bit too docile for some riders who are looking to create a
You want to
breakaway.
attack? Let's go. Let's work together.
Falling behind! A team leader is falling behind!
He won't work with me. This is the problem I'm facing. Wallace is willing to work. Finally, somebody. Group of 5. But now I have no energy. And they're all going to attack me. They recognize it instantly. That
Another flat tire.
I have no energy. Yeah. This is not working out. Main reason for it, no team support, and a breakaway group that no one was interested in chasing down except for me. And I had no team to do it, other than one rider who got used up relatively quick on that matter. So now I just need to stay with the group and try to recover, and then bridge to that group. If Lampart's supposed to be the other favorite, but they're not making any headway. The gap's bigger than what it was to the breakaway. Breakaway has shrunk considerably, but we're finally getting a little bit of recovery. Let's speed it up for a little bit. 18K. We're going to catch those 4, it looks like. Eight seconds. Almost in contact. And there you go. We've made it. We're looking 13K. Only one section left. So now it's just looking like a sprint. I need to get up near the front of the group, not in the back here. Inkhorn, Lipens, Vandenberg.
The riders just passed the 10 kilometers road sign. Yet another flat tire. It seems to be catching.
Okay, Inkhorn is going to get reeled back in. But with 8.5K to go and only one little section left, could do a little bit there. But I've already gone through my gel.
And he spurts away from the group.
7.5K. Definitely going for it again. Bridges to Vandenberg.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
Little attacks as we come up on 400 meter 1-star section. That's not going to do anything. Nine riders left at the front.
One thing's for sure when it comes to cobbled sections, there will always be a fight at the front as the riders enter. It's vital to be at the front to avoid falls or breaks in the peloton.
3K to go and I'm out of energy. But those 9 have it in the bag anyway. They're about to cross the finish line now. And we're still 2.5K away.
This time it could go all the way. His aim was to
Rudy Barbier,
didn't disappoint his team.
Van Hoek,
It's a job
Lagac.
well done.
I have no energy. No energy. Janssen, Lampart, Hoodink. I was at the back of the group. That was a nightmare. Nightmare scenario that wouldn't be realistic in real life. Right? In real life, they would see and recognize that I have no team support around me. And the breakaway is at a distance that I have zero chance of catching them alone. And I understand the desire to keep the win out of my hands, out of the favorite's hands. I wasn't the favorite. Yves Lampart was. But my team said that the objective was for me to win. And it became quite clear, quite evident in the field that they also felt that I was the favorite, that I was the threat. So they decide not to chase and let the breakaway have it? I mean, come on, who does that unless you have a teammate in the break? Guaranteed. The riders in the peloton with me, they did not all have teammates in the break. And those riders in real life would have continued to chase. They would have worked together, along with me, to chase them down. And yet that was not the case. So, unrealistic in that one, as there was nothing I could do to chase them down for 40k alone. And still, ultimately brought it back a little bit, but only a little, over 40k, being the only one working for the majority of that. But I end up in 25th, which sucks. That sucks. And that's my first World Tour race. Not a pleasant one. It will get better from there. Yes, definitely bad result on that one. I'd say my bad, but could I have done things differently? Well, without pressure, right, that breakaway group would have stayed 16. So I would have been fighting for 17th. Is 17th better than 25th? Maybe. We would have been 8 minutes behind. Is that better? Or is being 250 down, fighting, chasing, trying to do something, trying to get away? I don't know. What's the trade-off, right? What would you do? Actually, let me know. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, honestly, I'm curious because I've certainly been critiqued from time to time. What do you think could have been done differently, or do you think tactically, really, that was all I had? Those were the only two options. Take 17th, 8 minutes behind. Why? Because those 16, they wouldn't have split apart if we didn't chase, didn't put pressure on. So those 16 would have bunch sprint and somebody would have won it. And then I could have fought for it and maybe gotten 17th. With a large group myself, because there wouldn't have been pace, actually there would have been a lot more chasing. It would have been probably another 15, 20 riders with us. So I still ended up 25th. As I might have acceleration, but I'm not a sprinter. Or do what I did. Try something, even though it's 40k out and completely screwed and know that the zero chance of working. But it decimated the field, at least to the point where it was a small group. We cut the gap back a little bit. We chased away some of the breakaway riders, right? I mean, there was something. I made something happen. It just was never going to actually work out. Well, anyway. Torino, Adriatico. We start with team time trial, end with a technically time trial, but at 10k it's almost entirely prologue. Interesting jersey choice here. Stage 2, good chance to pick up some points there. Stage 3, hills. That could be a stage I could be competitive in. Maybe. Possibly. Go for it. This is the kind of stage where a break could definitely have a chance, but that final climb will absolutely crush me. That's hills. Okay. Kind of. A little bit. Sort of. Slightly. A lot of points on offer. Definitely flat. Definitely time trial. Definitely have no chance in this race for the overall. So, what will the team objective be? Could be an interesting one. We won't find out till after stage 1. Solano's here again, Fellini's here again, Pugli's here again, Bongiorni's here again. Don't think I've raced with Gonzalez or Gabruro just yet. Alright, so we're getting all set to go here. Distance is good enough for 99s. And no real point altering anything other than, let's see, Solano. Solano. You are not good time trial, so let's cut you down a few seconds. Looks like I might not actually have control of these other guys, the way it's grayed out. I don't think I've been given a leadership role for this one, and no, those guys did not stay on the front for 10 seconds for sure. So let's speed through here, not much happening. Team effort on this one. A little bit of a deficit now. Energy department. 14th after the first sector, that's not good. Okay. Energy is looking good now. Slight negative. As we're approaching the end already. Guys peeling off, and there we go. 15th, 16th already. We are our slowest so far. So that shows you what we're capable of in time trialing. Direct Energy just ahead of us. Lotto Sudal not doing good. Boro Hansgrohe. It's Sunweb who go fastest over Ineos, EF Education, and Groupama FTJ. Trek on same time as the FTJ team. Mitchelton Scott within range. Quick Step, a little bit of a distance. That's half a minute. Could be a bit for them to overcome. Mark Hershey will wear the race leader's jersey first. Ooh, invitation to Giro d'Italia. I mean, I could go for like the KOM in that if my schedule is light enough. I'm not even sure. Do I qualify though? If I can't get into Liège, Bastogne, Liège, can I get into the Giro? Let's take a moment to find out. We're gonna actually end our episode there, as it's a bit too late in this episode to really get into this race. Of course, I'm not fighting for the overall, so it's not like it matters. No, level 13. Level 13, so no, we do not qualify yet or soon. We're already looking at how many races between here and there. I might hit level 11. Definitely not going to hit 13. If I win everything here the rest of the way between now and then, I might hit level 12 by that point. And would have to do so while not being a favorite for those. Yeah, only 2 races between now and April, so, right. Not happening now. But our points should be a little bit higher now, even though we're 2 months in, so we're going to be way behind others. Not that far behind. 3rd place in the Continental rankings after that win. I'm assuming it was worth 200. 2 sprinters, 2 French sprinters ahead of us. Super Prestige, though. Hey, it's top 50. It's better than it was a season ago, I guess. 43rd overall, 165 points. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe. And tune in next time on my road to the record. Bye for now.